Alright, let's do this.
Roger, spawning.
Calculated that badly. I've gotta not let him get his nose on me like that. Because every time he does, it ends very poorly in me. Or for me. Words are hard. Yeah, he's lost him. Zell's in a really good position here because he's just made use of it. I think Torni's realised his mistake here. But Zella's got a really good setup. It's coming in too fast. He's going to overshoot. And then Torni's going to try and pull in behind him. Big overshoot though. Snapshot. Ooh, close. Very close. Oh, here we go. Maybe not. Very lovely there. So what I need to do is I need to either stop Torni from getting his nose on me after that remerge, which is where he's getting me, or the alternative to that, which is probably the better solution to be honest, is to just not try and force the overshoot so early. I'm letting him get a good steady shot on me because I'm way too far out in front when I slow down like that, and he basically just sees me pull directly up across his nose, which is what I keep telling him not to do against me, right? So I think the counter for that is going to be for me to just start ducking and weaving and pretending I'm Pom until he's right up my arse, and then just slam the brakes and skid the thing out. So he's gonna try for the head-on here, I reckon. I've got to stop him from getting the shot, but I've also got to keep my speed up enough that he can't just easily pull around and do that. That's a good shot. Yeah, if he gets behind me like that, I'm screwed, so I think we're gonna have to try something different coming into the merge. Broadcast switches. There we go. Come on, Mirage. Very, very, very diminished flight control here. Very diminished. Can't even see him. Oh, he's behind me somewhere. Good kill. Lost power.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go into the merge differently. I'm not sure how, but I'm gonna have to do something differently because I just cannot let him do that. Maybe if I go down. That's close. Might try that, we'll go down that way. Problem is, what I was thinking of doing over the weekend was I was thinking of just continuing upwards until he pulls onto me and bleeding his speed that way. But the problem is, because the Hornet has so much ammunition, he can afford to just sit there on my tail at the stall squirting cannon rounds at me. And it's likely he will hit me doing that, so it's not really viable just because of the Hornet's enormous ammo load compared to my plane. He can really afford to take shots that I can't. So I don't think that's going to work in my favor. I'll try going down out of the merge. Flat turn, well, not flat turns, but horizontal turns from it are probably also a decent idea. The one thing he cannot do is go down on pain of death. The moment he pulls down out of the merge in a Hornet, he's dead. There's nothing he can do to recover that fight. And I think he's realized that. And he's come to realize that he has to go vertical to really have a good shot against me. it's a plane, not a lawnmower.
Yeah, my gauges were saying stand by.
Oh, really?
Spawning in.
Alright.
Might go in a slight... dive.
I'm gonna take my dogs out. I'll be back in a minute.
I don't...
This might mess with him. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. He might get his nose around, maybe. It's hard to tell. I can't really see very well. Okay, no, he's going up. He's gonna come underneath. We're gonna cut through with the rudder. Let the speed build a touch. And just loosely follow him up. I don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to drop too much speed. Kick the nose over again, getting a little slower than I intended. Okay, here we go. Here's the setup.
Nice. Alright, ready to go again?
Yep. Can't count on that always working though, so I'll have to try and mix it up a little. There he is. Lost eyes. But we have speed for days to play with. It is too bad the Serval is absolutely fucking useless, because it'd be real handy here. Oh, there he is. Very difficult to keep eyes on him. I can't quite get my head around where I need it to be. There he is. Ooh, I saw sparks. That is not good. There's the overshoot we want. There it is. Oh, hello. Thank you for the raid.
I thought you might come in from the sun.
Ooh. Oh, he hit something. Not sure what, but he hit something. And the aircraft is trying to roll a bit. She's not real happy. So whatever it was is probably important. But now he's let off a lot of that speed. And we're getting kind of low. Get some lead on him here. Looks like my notifications are broken again. What a surprise. Have to deal with that later. We got bigger problems right now. Oh. Well timed. It's a good move, but he's letting me build up my speed again. So he's only prolonging the inevitable. That little fake roll thing is going to get real predictable if he keeps that up. No, he actually rolled that time. Need some speed to pull harder. He's gonna roll here in a second. There it goes. And back. Getting a little low on ammo. Need to start conserving. Okay, he knows I'm pulling for a shot. He's gonna roll here. There it goes. Oh, come on. Jesus. The aircraft's really trying to roll out here, so I'm having trouble hitting him. And I'm really low on fuel. He's probably going to run me out of either ammo or fuel here. Gotta start conserving. He's definitely learning. I'm going to have to develop some way of countering this. Eight rounds per gun. And what's that, 100 and something kilograms of fuel? That damage he landed on me really screwed with my ability to land a shot, because you might not be able to see it so much, but the aircraft's constantly rolling one way or the other. I'm having to counter it with quite heavy-footed rudder input. Okay. We're gonna flame out very shortly, 140 kilos. And he's pulling in behind me. Ah, there's the hit. Nice.
Bro, that was fucking hard work, that one.
You very nearly ran me out of fuel. I was down to about 100 kilos and 8 rounds per gun.
Oh shit.
That first hit you landed, it was causing the aircraft to start, like, wagging its wings, so I couldn't get a good shot on you.
Alright, ready to...
Hey, Lucas.
Alright.
Gotta restart my Twitch app here so I can actually read the alerts. He's not making it easy. I don't feel like I'm flying up to my full potential, but he is definitely learning as well. Oh, okay. That was a host from you. Thanks, Lucas. There we go. Now I can see alerts. Slowing right down there. Right down. Oh, uh-oh. There's trouble here. I'm just trying to build some distance, but I would not be pulling off right now. Let Torni close with him and then get the shot. Torni's not even in turn at the moment. Oh. I missed the chance there. I might get it here though. Very close. There it is.
Nearly, bro. Nearly cut the overshoot. Hitting spawn.
Yeah, I know it is a bit loud. I probably should turn down external sounds, to be honest. I just like my jets to be loud, you know? But I probably should fix that. Good, he's gone horizontal. We're gonna go up. We have successfully baited the hook. He's not going to be able to get his nose up here to take the shot. He's going to have to go under me. And I'm going to start turning in. There we go. Here comes a chance. Bad line. I was on for lead, but I was off for line. But it should give him something to think about. If he just wants to keep doing vertical loops, that works fine. Now that I'm in this position behind him, I can quite easily pull in for a shot like this. And every time he does this, I get closer. So it gets easier. That was a pilot snipe.
Alright, you're up here.
Alright, ready?
Spawning in. Probably somewhere where having spin mode on would have been handy, just to kick the nose over. That's alright, we're behind him. We got some good distance. And he is making a huge mistake here going horizontal. He should have continued upwards. He would have at least had some advantage there instead of cutting across like this. And now he's diving, so as a Mirage, all I have to do is just stay behind him. I can come out of burner and conserve some fuel. He's starting to pull the nose, he's slowing down, so I'll just tickle the air brakes to stay behind. I won't have to chop the throttle if I don't have to. The Mirage has really poor engine response to throttle input, so if I can just use the aerodynamic surfaces to control the aircraft's speed instead of the engine, it's happy days. And then I can get almost immediate response when I need it, like right here. There we go.
Nice.
Right, spawning.
God, he's hard to see when he's above me. We use some of that energy we picked up there to get him under me again. Roll out. Force the overshoot. If I can. Oh, he might get that nose on. Yep. Oh, not quite. Oh, that was close. I really played with fire there. Now we got him. Right where we want him. He's gonna have to get really tricky here. I can drop back to mill power. He's dropped back to it as well. He's out of burner.
Nice, totally lost you on that.
Cheers.
And in you go.
Oh, you're spawning in.
Yeah, when you're in the Mirage, as much as possible, you want to be avoiding sudden throttle reduction, because then when you need the power, and you almost always need the power in a hurry, you don't have it. So as much as possible, air brakes, pulling the nose up for alpha, and also there's a way you can kind of technically cut your speed and avoid an overshoot, or force them past you without actually slowing down and burning energy. You just fly a longer path than them. So a really lazy barrel roll or weaving back and forth quite sharply using flick rolls is a really good way to do that. And it lets you preserve your energy while forcing them to either burn theirs to avoid overshooting, or they'll just whiz straight past you. It's something that Jammer uses against people a lot in IL-2. It's what he used against me in the first time he killed me with this Stuka, so I learned that lesson the hard way, and it works quite well in the Mirage as well, because it turns so sharply. You just gotta be careful you don't drop too much speed yourself in the process. It's a well-timed roll. He's gonna try and dump his speed here. We hit him, didn't kill him though. I did come off the power a little much there, so you can see he's able to accelerate away because of that. Oof. Tagged him. However, the F-15 is a UFO, and largely impervious to damage. I think it has the issue the MiG-21 used to, where the flight model and the damage model don't talk to each other. So we gotta really make sure we kill him in this thing. Was a little careless there. Very nearly overshot. But as you can see, I go away from him, so I either go vertical or just pull off to one side and then come back in. If you can't bleed your speed quick enough to stop yourself from overshooting, just go up. Convert it to height and then come back down. That's the best way to do it. In fact, if you can do it without losing sight of them, that's even better than using the air brakes to slow down. Because it positions you perfectly to come back in, and it retains your energy instead of just bleeding it off. I'll catch up on chat in a second here, guys. Just let me finish this little shit off. F-15s really are annoying to fight against, both because their flight model is a bit questionable at times, and also because of their resistance to damage. His big plume of black smoke is not making it easy to line up a shot either. It makes it very difficult when I get close to tell exactly where he is, versus all the crap coming out of his plane. See, I'm just using the air brakes. There we go.
Yeah, I was looking back behind me too long.
Forgive me for asking, but prop planes, you can do some Hollywood movie things like turning 180 in the sky and turning... Yeah, you can do those in jets. Some jets specifically are known for being able to do that. Hammerhead turns and things like that. Tail slides. So the SU-27 family, like the SU-27, 33, 30 and 35, they're particularly well known for that, but you can do it in a lot of jets. You just need to get practicing. The Mirage, it's not so easy because you have to bypass some of the fly-by-wire laws to allow the aircraft to even do it. Otherwise, the fly-by-wire system will prevent the aircraft from entering that kind of state in the first place. But it is definitely possible in jets. And it's just as valid a combat tactic in these jets as it is in the old Warbirds. Oh yes, this is the setup I want. Can't really pull the nose for a shot though. If I could just pull it a little harder, I would have had him there. He can't quite get his nose on me. All I gotta do is kick it over. See, this is where that kind of maneuver would be useful, but I'd have to flip the spin mode switch for that, and I don't have the time to do it.
I'll be back, boys.
Oh, he's gone down. That's a mistake. Trying to dive against a Mirage is not a very sound move. It's more often than not going to put you in a very bad situation. Some aircraft like the F-14 and sometimes the F-15 can get away with it just because they're so quick and accelerate well. But a Hornet, it's not a good move. Although I just about lost sight of him there because of the blackout. See, I'm flying along a flight path in him to avoid overshooting. And now I've still got heaps of energy to burn, so I can really crank my nose here to get back on his tail. He's going to try and hold a sustained turn to get me to bleed airspeed. Down this low, that's a bad situation for me. I've just got to bide my time, wait for the opportunity, and either he'll give me a chance or he'll break out of the turn himself. So we're going to start pulling.
No,
Thanks.
pulled it all, eh?
Yep, cash the chips.
That's cool.
You don't really need to worry about that in these because you've got a radar. So even if I can't physically see him, the radar will cue me onto where he is. You'll see as I pull the nose on, there's a green box around his aircraft. Once I lock him, I've got the radar and vertical scan. It's picked him up. There he is. And it could be pitch black, could be sleeting sideways. I'd still be able to see him because of the radar lockbox. Afterburner glow is definitely something. I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream because of the like the stream encoding, but when he lights his afterburner, I can see it even in broad daylight. It's a very obvious orange plume behind him. And then you get things like smoke puffs when he goes in and out of burner. There's a lot of visual and audio cues, even in jets, so like right now I can tell he was in burner there because of the orange. And then when he comes out, you can see a very thin trail of black smoke behind him because the excess fuel isn't being burnt anymore. Oh, he just made a big mistake reversing that turn. He should have kept that through. He's just put me on his tail now. There we go, there's the afterburner plume, that orange light coming out of his tail. Oh, he's behind my canopy boat. I hate when he does that. Makes it very hard to see him. And if he rolls out or makes some kind of violent maneuver while he's hidden by that canopy boat, I will never see what he does, and I'll probably lose sight of him. The radar does have limitations. It can only see a certain area in front of the nose. And if he's not in that area, I drop lock, and I need to find him with my eyes, or get lucky. He's going to reverse his turn any second, I reckon. Yep, there it goes. There's his little fake roll. Thank you very much, whoever that was. I'll check in a minute.
Nice.
Hey, controller, thanks for the follow. What about IR? It depends. Some aircraft have it, a lot don't. Your missiles will be able to see with IR. Heat seekers anyway, not radar-guided missiles. But only certain aircraft have an infrared search and track system. So a lot of the later Soviet aircraft designs, like the MiG-29, the Su-27, have it. Some American aircraft have it, mostly the earlier ones, like Vietnam War era. The MiG-23 also has it. But, yeah, it's a separate system. It's not as reliable as the radar usually. It tends to be fairly short range, and it depends on things like contrast or how much heat the enemy aircraft is giving off. So in bad weather at night, it doesn't work as well unless they've got their burners lit or some other thing that gives them away. Generally, infrared search and track is mostly useful when you're behind someone. They're in afterburner or running at very high engine power settings. You know, the air is quite cold around them, so there's some contrast in temperature, and also usually at close range and in clear weather. So there's a lot of limitations to it. It's useful to have, but it's definitely not really useful to the point where you can get away with using only that. Often you will need to still use the radar. They complement each other to a degree. Okay, he's gone into his little vertical loop routine. He's trying to get me to bleed energy here, because he knows I can't climb as well as him. He actually, I believe, has a better thrust-to-weight ratio than me. We're not going to go fully over the top. We're going to rudder it in here, because I know he can't pull his nose to hit me. Not quite. You can see how fast my speed bleeds away as I pull the nose around like that. So I really can't afford to try and turn too tight in the vertical like this. In the horizontal I can turn all day, but in the vertical I really can't risk it. Not against Torni, he knows that I have that limitation. What I want to do is try and bait him into diving instead. When he's going up like this, it's very hard for me to do anything about it, aside from just keep his nose off of me so he can't hit me. But if he starts diving, that's when I really kind of come into my own. I pick up the advantage there. Ideally, I'd rather not even be turning at all right now, but because I have quite bad eyesight and the Mirage doesn't have the best visibility all around, I tend to just try and not follow, like not cut inside his turn, but kind of half-assedly follow him, just so I can keep my eyes on him. Trying to stay out of burner as much as possible here as well, so I'm not running myself out of fuel. 400 knots. Let's see if we can bait him. We'll give him our tail. It's very hard for me to see him when he's behind me, so I've got to try and be a little less predictable. There he is. Can't see him. Oh shit! Nice. He's getting better. A week ago he couldn't kill me at all, and now it's really difficult.
Yeah, I just got back. Sorry about that.
Roger.
I'm ready.
On.
Use the R27 ETs yet, but I equip them for BBR in case I'm on someone 6. They're quite useful. Some of the better players know the threat and will pre-flare anytime they think there's a 27 or a 33 near them, or indeed a MiG-29. But if you can catch them when they're not expecting to be hit, they get absolutely no warning of the launch. So it's quite a good missile for that kind of thing. It's also useful to fire in pairs, so typically I'll put a 27 ER on someone to try and force them defensive, and then as they go into afterburner and turn away from me to try and get away from that, it gives a beautiful big target to the ET, which homes on that afterburner plume. Doesn't always work, but I find it helps a lot with hit probability. I'm not that great with missiles, so I tend to do that and just fire them off in pairs. One radar, one heat seeking. Flying in clouds generally doesn't disrupt, well, it won't disrupt radar-guided missiles, not modern ones. It generally sometimes can affect infrared missiles, but not as much as it used to. Eyesight is very important still, very, very important, both to see their aircraft and see incoming missiles, or when a missile's been launched, or, you know, to tell if they're dropping countermeasures, things like that. It is very important to use your eyes. And wake turbulence can be useful. Perhaps not as useful as it used to be, but for instance in DCS, so this is not really a real life thing, but this is in DCS, the wake turbulence is very badly overmodeled, to the point where if I sit behind a Hornet that's slow and turning, it's like sitting behind an Airbus taking off. And it's such a strong turbulence that it will actually rip the wings off my Mirage, which is built to you know, the Mirage can take up to 9 or 10 G without any kind of structural damage, and yet if I sit behind Torni and he pulls a sharp turn, the wake turbulence will rip my wings off. So in DCS it's very much overmodeled, and if it's turned on the particular server you're playing on, it can definitely be a defensive tool. It forces people to keep distance, and in the Mirage, the last thing I want is to keep distance, because I have quite slow cannon shells, so I have to be close to land hits. And so the further away that a Hornet can keep me, the safer he is. See those smoke plumes coming out of Torni's jet. He was not an afterburner, now he is. He's lining up for a shot. And there it goes. That looks like a really solid hit, but it doesn't actually seem to have done much. That'll do him.
Yes. Alright, spawn.
Bunch of new slots in the mission. Yeah, he added a couple of other aircraft and also a whole second area, so you can have 2 sets of fights going on simultaneously instead of just one. Although at the moment we've only got the one going. Okay, he's gonna probably try for a head-on here, and he's not gonna get it. We're gonna stay high. I want to be above him. As much as possible, I want to be above him. But I'm also going to need to turn in here. There he is. Oof. Here comes the overshoot. I didn't see where he went. I didn't overshoot. Well, we'll fix that. Rudder it in. He'll go past me. Keep ruddering. Now he's really low on energy too. That's what I should have been doing the last few times he got behind me. I just wasn't quite timing it right. But even there, you saw how close those rounds came to hitting me. It's really risky. I prefer it if I didn't let him behind me at all, or if I was able to stay above him, but it's just not possible at the moment. I've got to kind of work on improving through that merge. That's where I'm really in danger. Whoa! And I've lost him. I only hope he is also... No, he hasn't lost me. Shit. Well, there we go. So he's going to go for a head-on here, probably. Oh, he hit me. And my wing's gone. Nice. Is that line on my HUD? That's, the gun snake. Like the long wobbly one, that's the gun snake. That's telling me, not 100% accurately, but that's more or less where my words. That is more or less where my bullets are gonna go. The other line that you saw, the vertical dashed line, means I'm in vertical scan mode on my radar.
And then once Fleely gets in Discord, he can jump on and for off. Right.
Hey Pom, thanks for the raid, dude. Torni's getting good. I'm having a lot of trouble killing him now. I've got to figure out some new tactics here. We might start trying the vertical again, but we'll do it a bit more aggressively, I think. We'll see how that goes. See each other. Fine, I'll turn it down. I don't know, I like having my jets be loud though. There we go. Big stall. They still don't see each other. There we go. The tournament is early to mid-September, I think, somewhere around there. Also, yeah, Torni's getting really good, but the match I really met was last night. I think it was last night. Breakaway. Breakaway is really fucking good. He is definitely the best F-14 pilot I've seen in DCS. But he's good in everything he flew, so... Any prizes? There's a link in Torni's Discord. There's also a video on YouTube. If you search for Folds of Honor on YouTube, Folds of Honor DCS, there's a video explaining it. So it's a $20 buy-in because it's going to charity. Prizes are, I think the winner gets the F-16 module, as well as a flight with Mover, who is a Hornet pilot in real life. And an author as well. Second prize, I think, is a flight with his mate Gonki, who is also a real-life pilot. And choice of module, and I think third place gets a choice of module as well, or something like that. So there's pretty decent prizes to be won. While these two duke it out, I'll see if I can find a link. No, a flight in DCS. Not in a real jet. I don't think you'd be able to swing that one by the Navy. That's a link to the video explaining the tournament there. So this mission that Torni set up is more or less using the same settings that are going to be in the tournament. So we're using this as practice. I'm not sure if I'm going to enter. I'd like to enter, but for me, money's a bit tight at the moment. I think Torni is definitely planning to enter, and I think some of the other guys are too. Yeah, exactly.
oxygen.
Figuring.
I don't know. I don't think I'm that likely to win it. I reckon I could probably make it through a couple rounds and knock some people out, but I don't think I'm going to win it. I'd say Torni probably has a better chance of winning it than me. And I'd say Breakaway
Right,
definitely has a better
Indigo.
chance of winning it than me.
Oh, alright.
Slot 1. Ready?
Ready.
Now the SU-33's big problem is the same problem it shares with the SU-27 and the MiG-29, and also to a lesser extent the F-15, which is that the Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft seem to bleed energy very quickly and then can't regain it. And yeah, there you go. He got slow and Torni just swooped him.
Alright, ready, rest. Spawn it.
We'll try doing vertical again. We'll see how we go. I just gotta watch for long range shots as he pulls in behind me here. And that's the hazard of this. More hits, and I'm pretty much toast here, I think. I'm letting him get too far behind me. I need him to be closer than that to force the overshoot. Oh! God, it was right there. Come on. Come on. She is not handling well. I can barely keep eyes on him as well because the aircraft's rolling so much. But he's behind me again. Let's try something. It's probably going to end terribly. Oh, it doesn't matter. I've just lost a wing. He's giving me difficulties now. can't let him be that far behind me. I can't let him be above me, and I can't let him be that far behind me. The dotted one is queuing me onto him if the nose isn't perfectly on him, and the full one is actually where his aircraft is.
Alright, spawning in.
Let's ride along with Torni. So yeah, the dotted one is just to cue me onto the target, and the full one is where his plane actually is. And when the two overlap, that means I'm pointed right at him. So... and it looks like he punched out.
You killed my oxygen, man.
That's
I
not
think about
good.
the SU-33's flight model accurate. I don't know well enough to comment, but I'd say probably not. The only Flaming Cliffs 3 aircraft that feels like it has probably an accurate flight model is the MiG-29, and even that feels a little bit questionable at times. It feels like it just doesn't put the power on quick enough, like it doesn't rebuild speed like it should. The tables have turned. Torni's the one chewing through us all now. Okay, the radar's lost him and I can't see him either. This is pretty dangerous here. He no longer has me locked, at least. He's not behind me. But this isn't an ideal situation either, where I lose him straight out of the merge. It's not really good for either of us. I know he's going to have a lot of trouble acquiring me visually because this plane is so small. burner, I'm using too much fuel. I don't know if he went down or if he stayed vertical. So I'm kind of not keen to descend just in case he's still up here, because that would then give him a free shot at me. On the other hand, the fact he hasn't found me yet suggests he must be down near the ground. There's the red smoke. Kind of sweep around with the nose and see if we can pick him up. He's definitely not behind me. No idea where he is. I have not got the faintest idea where you went.
I'm flying around on the red smoke, man.
I'm
Like
looking
right on the
for you.
deck, I'm at Angels 2. Flying over the red smoke. 3, 2, 1, and I'll put some.
There it
Oh,
is.
there we go, picture.
You're shitting me. Was I in his shadow? I thought I picked you up, but I think it might have been your shadow.
Yeah, I just lucky my vertical scan pinged just as I was about to put flares out. It's like, oh, there.
There he is. Oh, nice. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have turned there.
Alright, next up.
Oh, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Let's go for a ride with Zell. If I can get the camera to behave itself. The controls for the camera like this are really fiddly. There we go. Torni behind him. Sure what he did that for. Didn't really help him at all. He had a chance to force an overshoot there, but he didn't. He accelerated away towards the ground, which just reset things for Torni, basically. Yeah, exactly. That'd be really nice. I don't see it happening anytime soon, though. Sadly enough. There it goes.
Oh, I tried to save it.
Fleet.
Smiling.
Doesn't sound too healthy. Oh, there it goes. Good shot.
Alright, reverse map.
We won't pull as hard this time. Don't want to bleed the speed. I don't think he's going to get his nose around. No, he's not. We're going to reverse. I've got myself a bit too slow again. He's going to go up and over. And this is where I get myself in trouble when he does that. I'm burning my energy way too fast, that's my problem. And he's figured out how to exploit that. Yeah, it's really easy to lose track. The spotting in DCS is pretty atrocious, and the Hornet blends in really well with the sky at certain angles. We won't pull too hard. We'll just roll under him. We'll roll up the other way. He can't pull his nose. Roll out under. He's probably going to climb again here in a minute when he realizes this isn't working out for him. We'll just stick with him for now. Okay, I'm starting to really build some speed so I can pull the nose a bit. Not too much. Pull it a bit more. A bit more. Here we go. Here we go. Just gotta be careful not to pull too much, because he still has enough speed that he can pull up, and then I'm not gonna be able to follow him. Now we cache the chips, and he's rolled out. Yeah, he knew I was gonna do that. He can read me really well. I'm gonna come out of burner, ride the brakes down so we don't overshoot. Have to actually peel back the throttle a bit here because he's really slowed down a lot. jack the nose around. I think he rolled out the other way. Yes, he did. There he is. Put the power back on now. As soon as he sees the vapor coming off my wings, he knows I'm pulling for a shot, and that's when he usually rolls out. Okay, he's got me low and slow where my Mirage doesn't like to be. And he knows it. Oh, not enough energy. I really wanted to get the nose up there for a snapshot, but we'll have to make do here. We're back on him, but we just don't have the speed. He's trying to get me into a head-on, because that's where he can really exploit his ammo count. He knows I'm not likely to take the shot, but he can do it easily. Turn across opposite. Get my nose up. Kick it over. Didn't see where he went. Probably over me, but I'm now very low on fuel because I've been in burner for so long. There he is. Pilot snipe. Yeah, you can definitely use the sun at your back. Zell uses it all the time. Torni not so much. I think he's got me figured out. I'm gonna have to go away and really rethink how I fight. There we go.
Right into the ground.
Fleet it. Spawn.
I will say, radar obviously isn't affected by having the sun behind you, but if you do have the sun behind you, they can't lock you up with heat-seeking missiles. Not old ones, I don't even think modern ones can do it, because they'll try and lock the sun instead. And it also blinds the pilot, so the radar can still see, so they still know you're there, but they can't get a good clear line of sight on you, and also their infrared missiles won't track.
Shit.
So it is useful. It's not useful in the same way, but it's definitely useful.
Aaron, here's my
Man. Just gonna go straight into burner as soon as I spawn in. Push the nose down a bit for some speed. We're not going to use the air brake at all this time, we're just going to pull up into about a 50-degree climb, 60-degree climb, something like that. And now we're going to pull over the top. I can't actually see him at the moment. Oh, fuck. Didn't even see you. That's definitely not going to buff out. So there you go. He's absolutely dominating us now. Big difference a week can make. He's obviously been thinking through his strategies. And now it's my turn to figure out how to crack the Torni Rubik's Cube. Because every chance I would normally get, he's figured out a counter for. So we're gonna have to try and do something real tricky here. It can't be done in the Mirage. The Mirage fly-by-wire system can't account for damage. I've done it in the MiG-21, albeit while the damage model was broken, but I have seen people do it in the MiG-21 after the damage model was fixed. The F-15 can kind of sort of do it, but yeah, like, the Mirage just can't do it. It's not set up to compensate for that kind of damage.
I might have needed a little bit more wing than what I have.
In any case, with that kind of damage on my aircraft, there's no possibility of me fighting him. I can't even evade him, let alone get a shot on him myself, so there's not much point. In an actual, mission, I would try and make it back to base, but in this case, we're just doing 1v1 practice, there's no point. Let's quickly just respawn. Try something a little different.
Hitting flat.
I'm gonna come in a little slower. So I'm not gonna make quite as eye-wateringly fast a turn. I will go vertical, but I'm gonna go much slower. So we force him over the top. Problem is, now I'm going to have trouble seeing him. There he is. He can't get his nose up for a shot here. But he does have the energy to go back up, which I can't follow, that's the problem. What I need is to try and bait him down into descending. If I can get him into a descending spiral, I'm in a really good position, but I don't think he's going to take the bait. He knows exactly what I'm trying to do, that's the problem. And because he's above me now, when he turns around and comes in for another head-on pass, he will have the ability to pull the nose on. When I'm above him, he can't do it, but in this kind of situation, he can. If I get a little higher maybe, and start turning now, I just got to time it right, otherwise he's going to get me on the pass here and drop in on my tail. Okay, there he goes. He didn't get a shot, but I still bled way too much speed. So he's just gonna swing back up here like a pendulum. And there's not really much I can do about it, other than try and stay away from his front end. Okay, he's gonna try and snap his nose on, I think. No, he's still flying away from me. Ah, there we go. There we go. We forced him to go under us. That's what I want to see. Problem is, now he's got me locked in a very tight turn, which he's better at. He has a much better sustained turn rate, so I need to try and force him out of that and give him a scare. That lets me build some speed when he rolls out like that, so I can make another attempt. But this is definitely not ideal. I need to think of a better strategy than this. I'm starting to get a bit too fast here. The faster I am, the worse I turn, which is definitely working in his favour. Finally! Jesus! The tables are fucking turned.
Finally.
Alright, ready when you are.
Who's up, Itsy? Of the
Spawn in. Want to go old school tactics and pull him into a scissors? That's what I'm trying to do. The problem is that the Mirage bleeds airspeed a lot faster than the Hornet, so I have to really watch my maneuvering, otherwise I shed all my energy and then he can just go up and then swoop me. Like, what I was trying to do there, but I couldn't get him to do, I was trying to bait him into a vertically descending rolling scissors, because that's where the Mirage really is good at roping people. But I just could not get him to do it, because he knows very well that that's one of my better, or one of my main offensive tactics, and he knows not to get drawn into it. See, this is a problem. Like, a week ago, yeah, I could have done that. 2 weeks ago, I would have been unstoppable doing that, but Torni learns very quickly how to counter what I do. It makes it very difficult. I've got about 3 or 4 days of a certain strategy at most before he figures out how to counter it. Zell's trying to get me to overshoot here, but I have much better speed control than the F-15, so it's not going to happen. And again, I'm just flying lazy barrel rolls to fly a longer path than him, so that just helps me stay behind him without losing too much of my airspeed. And now I've got him right in front of me, nice and slow, where I want him. I don't think his F-15 liked that very much. We go up and over the top. Again, fly a longer path to stay behind them without losing all your energy. I just converted it into potential energy there, and now we're back in on him. I think he's missing a wing. He is missing a wing. Okay, well I can just kind of hang around behind him and keep the pressure on by my presence and wait for him to kill himself, because he will inevitably pull something that the plane will not be able to recover from right there. Ooh, maybe not. Oh, yep. There he goes. Why did my
Nice.
music stop? There we go.
Fleet your...
Go... Oh, right. Hang on. Is there 33s on both teams now?
No.
God damn it, Torni.
I don't have, I don't know what other country flies the SU-33 besides Russia. Indies.
I mean, maybe India? I don't know. I know they use a 29k, I don't know about 33.
Yeah, true. I might check India.
I have no clue where you
Whoa, lucky. Just using my air brake to manage my speed and stay behind him.
Good shot.
Thanks. It's the problem with the SU-33, it just does not regain energy at all.
Alright, ready? Hit and fly.
It won't work in the Mirage. The engine has really bad throttle response in this thing. Really, really bad. And as well as that, because of the Delta Wing, I just, like, if I turn sharply at all, I dump all my speed like I just did there. It'll work in some jets, it will not work in a Mirage because of the different properties of the Delta Wing compared to a regular wing. I can't even fucking see where he's gone now. My RWR's quiet, so he may have lost me. But I'm not going to count on it. I have a suspicion that when he loses me like that, he just goes straight for the ground. He certainly did the first time. I don't know if he has this time as well. But the fact he hasn't picked me back up would kind of suggest it. Oh, there we go. I don't see him though. Never saw you.
Did you lose me too in the merge?
Totally.
Yeah, I lost you for fucking ages. That was good. Whatever you did, you just disappeared. Alright.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that would pass an integrity check though. You might be able to package it with the mission maybe, but I don't know. I don't know anything about DCS mission making, to be honest. Uh-oh. trouble.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop out. GG everybody and good luck.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for the fights.
Catch you later. Oh dear. He got too slow, and now Torni's just gotta learn to aim and have him. There we go. Oh, barely, barely. So close yet so far. Winston aim. There you go.
Just trying to do snaps without the.
You were so close on all of those, but not quite there. So he's lost it. He's probably blacked out looking at that roll.
Yeah, I can't get out of that spin.
Yeah. 15G, he'd be blacked out.
Alright, ready to respond. Hitting flat.
Coming nice and slow. Pilot snipe.
That was a Hail Mary, that one. Round of it.
Alright, spawning in.
Alright.
Yeah, let us know if it works, because that'd be really handy. Kamikaze tactics, easier said than done. I've tried after running out of ammo to hit him. It's really difficult to fly a jet into another jet, especially at these kind of speeds. might turn into a fuel war. Oh, he's gonna stall himself here. He's gonna stall himself, he's gonna make her an easy target. Here it goes. So close. Oh, Torni stalled there. There we go. Nice. Hey Torni, go F5.
Alright.
Oh, actually, my textures won't be loaded in. Just pause it for a sec once we're in. Alright, I'm spawned.
Alright, him fly.
For some reason, the cockpit glass on this spawns in opaque when it's still loading.
Huh.
Nearly there. Okay, should be good.
Alright, I'm
This is going to be a real challenge. I'm going to have a lot of trouble keeping my eyes on him in the F5. It's going to be a head-on, I think. Got to watch my angle of attack. Keep it below 33. Drop the nose for some speed. Pushing it. Oh no, I've lost sight of him. He's somewhere ahead of me. But I can't see him. This is the problem fighting F5s in the MiG-21, you lose sight of them so easily, and once you do, you're pretty much screwed. You'll never see them again. Okay, I'd say he's probably behind me if he's locking me. Yep, there he is. Oh god, oh god, oh god, clumsy, clumsy, clumsy. I stalled it at the worst possible time. Oof! Thank god this thing is robust. He's out of energy by the looks of it. Okay. Gotta watch my angle. When he gets slow, I can pull a turn a lot easier. I've just gotta watch I don't stall myself out. So that gauge on the right-hand side of the instrument panel there is my life right now. Just carefully watching that with one eye and watching him with the other. Still in my emergency burner, I have to be, to keep pace and to avoid stalling into the ground when I get slow like this. Okay, he's starting to pull a really tight turn. We're going to try and head him off here.
You still up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought I could see you, but I think it was your shadow, or my shadow.
It's really hard getting a line up here, because the MiG-21 seesaws quite badly in the horizontal plane at low speed, and at high speed actually. It does it just generally. It's not very longitudinally stable, even with that big tail fin. Okay, we're gonna start pulling. He's gonna probably... Oh, he's gonna climb. Interesting. Or is he gonna reverse? He's gonna reverse. We'll watch the AOA. We're gonna come over. Give her a bit of a roll. I'm using his shadow to track him as much as his actual aircraft, because when he gets against the ground at certain angles, he just vanishes into it. Nowhere near. I gotta get closer. At this rate, he's either going to bait me into stalling myself or running out of fuel. There we go, he's realised it's not working. Got to really watch as I roll out of that I'm coordinated enough not to go into a stall at this altitude, because that will for sure kill me. I really need him to stop doing this. Because I can keep up with this turn easily. I can turn tighter than he can. But the problem is I can't close the distance, which I need to do to get the shot. I think he realizes that. So what he's doing right now is purely defensive. He has no chance of getting a shot at me like this. There's no way he can do it. But all he's doing is running me out of fuel very soon. We're going to come out of the emergency burner. I don't have the fuel for it. I do need to get better at fighting with this thing. I probably shouldn't be turning with him, to be fair. I should probably be in the vertical. I let myself get baited into this situation though, and now there's not really any way out of it other than just killing him. He's also really difficult to see over my nose, and if I put him under the nose and he rolls out, like I'm pretty sure he just did, yep, I'm going to lose sight of him very easily. Very, very low. Okay. I need to pull for all I'm worth here without stalling. He's got his burner lit. And now he's come out of it. Reversed his turn. This is a situation where if I had missiles, he'd be dead, but because I need to use my gun, it's a lot more complicated. Like, this would be a perfect shot for an R60 right here. A lot of these turns, even a R13 would be able to track him. Probably. Okay, we're getting close, but I am just about to flame out. I'd say he's probably very low too. He's really not using his burner very much. Oh my god, where's he gone? There he is. There goes the engine. Ran me out of fuel.
I still got fucking 1,200 pounds. That was a stalemate.
When you go into defensive circles like that, like, you can't outturn me, but if I'd had missiles, that would have solved it. Problem is, I don't have missiles.
I mean, missiles solve everything, though.
Too close for missiles. You have to switch to.
Right, Zell, you're in.
Alright.
That's why I hate dealing with F5s. They're so hard to keep eyes on, and because the MiG-21's forwards visibility is so bad, all it takes is one moment where they go behind the canopy frame or they go under the nose and they roll out and change direction and you just never see them again. I had an easier time spotting his shadow than spotting him. But the F5 and the MiG-21 are probably two of the most evenly matched aircraft in this game when it comes to guns or close-range missiles. The only real advantage is the MiG-21 actually has a slightly better missile for dogfighting in the form of the R60, and it carries more of them. But otherwise, they're very, very similar in performance at low speed. At higher speed, the MiG-21 is faster. I believe it accelerates better. And it outperforms the F5 in the vertical. But at that kind of fight, they're very evenly matched. As you saw, neither risk a turn onto the other for a shot. Oh boy. Torni's in the Mirage now. Still right along. Did he lose it? Right in front of him. He must have gone behind the canopy boat. Oof. Oof. Use your brakes to manage your speed as much as possible. The Mirage has really, really sluggish throttle. Only go below nil if you absolutely have to.
Right.
Here we go. Here we go. Can he get his nose up? I think he can. Yeah, there we go. Yes.
I thought you showed him about it too.
Right. Ready?
Should be interesting.
Hidden.
He's going to end up above me slightly, because I pulled in much harder than him. That's alright, we'll let him go up. See, fighting against another Mirage, I know that he can't do what he was doing in the Hornet, because he'll bleed his energy way too fast, just like I do. I also know he can drag his nose up really, really well. So I've got to be a lot more mindful of where his aircraft is pointed. He also can slow down and speed up just as well as me. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! he got me. He got me real good. Good shot.
Cheers.
It's getting fucking hard to kill. It's getting fucking hard to get away from.
Hidden flag.
F5 and make 21 again.
Roger.
Surprised Zell's still flying.
So many failures being turned off.
Is the Mirage in kilometers now? Is it knots or kilometers?
Knots.
Knots.
Oh shit! I've lost him already. And here we see the wonderful SPO-10 giving me no information as to where I'm being locked from, only that I am in fact being locked. Okay, he's behind me. Sam, barely. There he is. We're gonna come out of Bona. And Jink. Comes an overshoot. Ooh, just about. I stalled it. Quick recovery, but he's just gone vertical. Not quite. Okay, we're in a bit of a better setup here. Closing nicely. I've just got to keep eyes on him, which is easier said than done. It's going to roll out.
So close. See, this would be a perfect shot for an R60. He's got his burner on, I'm right behind him. He's just far enough away for it to track. This would be ideal for a missile shot. But it's not ideal for guns. Try a long one here. If I can just get the nose around a touch more without him jinking. Oh, come on! That must have been so fucking close. They've done something to the tracers on this, so you can't see the tracer, you can only see the smoke trail, and it fucks with my depth perception really badly. Oh shit. Okay, let's do something a little tricky here. Watch the secondary, there we go, we're good. He's still behind me, real close. I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of him now. Once an F5 saddles in like this, it's really fucking difficult to get it to go away. I'm faster, and I'm better in the vertical, but the problem is he is so close, if I pull up to try and climb out, he's just gonna nail me. I'm too slow. Alright, we're gonna risk it. We'll go up. Roll out. Can't actually see him right now. That's my shadow down there, I think. I can't see him in my mirror. He's still locking me. My fuel's getting very dangerously low, as usual in the MiG-21. But I can't see him. I don't know where he's gone. Oh shit, he's right behind me. I just tried for a shot. There he is. Just some gentle turns to try and make his life difficult. He's still right on me. Okay, we're gonna dive away and hope we can build enough speed to get away from him. But at this rate, I'm gonna run out of fuel without getting a chance to hit him. Can't see him. Zoom climb. He's still tracking me. Can't actually see where. Hang on. I thought I saw him, but apparently not. There he is. He is glued to me. I cannot get rid of him. How much fuel does this thing start with?
I think it's 80%. Same with the F5s, 80%.
Might have to do some maths to figure out. I think it's based in the contest on the sustained turn fuel burn rate. But I am running out of fuel way before you. I mean, I'm in secondary burner, but... That's why I hate fighting F5s. I can't even see half the time.
Yeah, likewise. When you're behind me, man, it's so hard to spot.
Does the MiG-21's cone turn?
Say again?
The cone for the MiG-21, is it spinning or is it just sitting?
engine cone at the front.
Oh, it's stationary. It doesn't rotate, but it moves in and out. It's just like an airflow splitter to avoid the air coming in supersonic. It's kind of like the intake ramps on the F-15, but a cone. The Mirage has the same thing. He's behind me, but I can't see him, and I can't get rid of him. 450 litres. I cannot get rid of you. I can't even see you right now, but I just can't get rid of you. Tell you what, this gives me a whole new appreciation for R60s.
Yeah.
This is the thing, if I had a single R60, I could have finished you so many times, but just because I can't get close enough to get the guns on. There were a couple times I thought I had you, but they've done something to the way the tracers on this work, so you can't see the tracer, you can only see the smoke trail, and it really fucks up my depth perception. So I can't tell if I'm missing a head or a stern of you to adjust. There he is. There we go.
Baboon wings.
She's built fucking strong.
Shit.
I like how whenever your whole entire plane fell apart, your ladder. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, he's pulled out the Tomcat. I'm gonna go load some textures in, disregard me. I'm not very good at the F-14, but we'll try it. We will try. Problem is the textures take forever to load, so... And my game freezes as I do it. Hopefully this won't kill the stream, although it has done so in the past. Soon I will have an SSD and this shouldn't be an issue anymore, but until then, the Tomcat is an absolute nightmare because it takes so long to load the textures. Getting there. This is the price you pay for detail, I guess. It's gonna blow me up here. Bear with me, guys. Sorry for the delay. See, the problem I now have is this unloaded the map textures from the area we're actually fighting in to load these ones. If I can just get it to... Okay, I think we're good. Ish.
Like 2-second chance to take a bump shot.
I guess hard work, bro.
This is gonna end in tears.
You ready?
I guess.
Didn't fly.
Of course my game freezes again.
Nails on our nose. And, oh, a spike? 12 o'clock. This is it. We've got a bandit. F-14. 12 o'clock. 1 mile.
Oh, the fucking stuttering
6 o'clock.
DCS, please.
$11 o'clock. $1 low. 6 o'clock high.
This is where a real human rear would be reading out your airspeed for you. I really wish that Jester would.
12 o'clock high.
Oh, the wing rock.
We're hit.
No,
We got some damage on the fuselage.
I am definitely not
5 o'clock.
a worthy adversary in the F-14.
4 o'clock high.
4 o'clock, there he is.
Shit, get rid of him. He's right behind us. 4 o'clock. He's coming left. Shit, we took heavy damage.
Whoa! If I'd been a little
1
quicker, I
o'clock
could have
high.
got him there, maybe. And there's the hydraulics.
7
Loose
o'clock
flight
high.
controls here in a moment. I just can't do this. Not yet. Not against a human player. Engines are in secondary mode, so no afterburners. I'm on my backup hydraulics, which won't last me very long.
He's been away for a shot. We're damaged, real bad.
I am aware, Jester, thank you. Couldn't get away from you. Yeah, that's why I am not an F-14 pilot. Not yet, probably won't be for a very long time. All I can do is fly around and shoot missiles at things. Have a crack on the 29. I'm as bad in the 29 as I am in the Tomcat, if not worse. The 29 just bleeds speed so quickly if you pull it at all, and you have no roll authority at low speed. You've got to really hammer the rudders around. I mean, I could try it, but I know it's not going to go well. The gun funnel on the 29 is really, really bad as well because there's no bore sight. So you have to just guess, which is shit. You go to bed, have a good night. Alright, I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for that host earlier. And thanks for the fights too. Catch you later. Have a good sleep. So yeah, I mean, I could try the 29, but I already know it's not going to end well. The Mirage is what I'm best with, and he's figured out how to kill me in the Mirage consistently. So I'm in a spot of bother until I can work that out. I've got to get a lot better at handling the Tomcat. I'm just...
Yeah, the ground kind of sucked me in.
I feel like if I had a human Rio, I'd be a little better off. Because then I'd have someone reading my airspeed to me. But trying to keep eyes on someone and trying to figure out how fast I'm going is just impossible for me. I don't have that instinctive feel for it yet. Give me a sec. We'll try something different. That's going to end in tears. Hopefully the textures load fast. Have we already merged?
I haven't spawned in yet.
Oh, fuck. Alright, give me a sec. Ready?
Let me know. Alright, hit and fly.
This is turning into the same problem I have with the Mirage against his Hornet. It just turns into a succession of head-on passes, which I'm not cut out for. And I couldn't get my gun to select in time for that, or at least it wasn't working properly. There we go. Oh, right, my fucking gun button is not working in the MiG-29. I gotta rebind it, that's why. I could've had a shot on him before. When we were head-on like that. This thing is really wobbly, it's all over the place. See, now I'm getting some good speed up, but I gotta be careful because he's gonna force an overshoot somewhere right along here. Or he's gonna try to. Right about here, I reckon. Gonna come off the power. Oh, we're struggling, we're struggling. We're struggling and I can't see him anymore. There he is. Yeah, I can't beat him at this. Rudder it in. he's going to get his nose around. But at the same time, I'm in a really dangerously low-speed turn here, very close to the ground. Oh shit, he's got his nose on, and I've stalled. Nice. I think that's just about got me. The aircraft really doesn't like that. And I've lost sight of him. There he is. And that'll be the finisher there, I reckon. I missed my chance early on in the piece. I could have had a head-on, but I didn't have the gun ready. Feels bad, man. I think I'm on one engine here, maybe? No. My flight controls are not doing so well. There's the stall. Oh, Jesus. It's all over the place. $1,500 remaining. Oh, he didn't overshoot on that. That was well done. I thought that'd get him for sure. Come on, get the nose over. Come on. Come on. Way too slow. I'm gonna end up in the ground here in a second. Here it comes. Oh, barely. But I've lost him again. The other problem is gonna very rapidly become fuel. Of which the MiG-29 has approximately none to begin with. Let alone in this state. Can't get the aircraft to stabilize. It's all over the place at the moment. And it's just going into stall after stall because of the flight controls. Oh, I can nurse these things home in all kinds of bad states of disrepair, but I can't fight effectively like this. Like, I could get this back to the airfield and land it, no problem. The issue is that I'm trying to fight a very maneuverable aircraft at low speed, close to the ground, with flight control problems.
How did you not run out of fuel before me? And you got fucking fuel.
I am not even at my 500 warning. I'm just about to hit my 500 warning.
Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, it's...
I'll try that again. If I remember... Actually, I'm going to rebind that right now. No, that's the wrong button.
You're right, Russell.
Hang on a sec. I gotta quickly rebind something. I think this is a MiG-29A.
I always reckon you look like a crop duster on stream. That much smoke coming in.
Oh, right, because it bound it to my rudder. What the fu- Oh, it's totally fucked up my... Okay. Just a sec. I'm having issues. There we go. Okay. Should be good, and I am spawning in. Jesus! He got a bit close there, fucking hell. Okay, he's coming in for the nose on, I think. Is he? Maybe not. Over the top, he can't follow me with his damage. I feel like it's easier against the other SC3 aircraft in this than against the full fidelity stuff. Like, these flight models feel really, really draggy. Like, really draggy. I'm not sure if that's correct or what, but, like, I know the MiG-29's a PFM, so it should be really close. But even it feels really, really, really draggy. Gotta be ready on the brake. He's probably gonna try and force an overshoot here in a second. Power back on. It's flying with half a tail and half a wing, with no issues. F15.jpg right here. Oh, I think that just tagged him. I think he's on fire now. It's hard to see. No, he's still going. He's on fire, but he's still going. Fuck! Jesus, what is that thing made of? Look at it! Half a wing on fire. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. He might lose it when he gets slow like that, though. He's hoping. There, now he's missing part of his other wing. Look at this! Look at it! What the fuck? Maybe he's gonna run me out of fuel now. He'll do what I did to Torni to me. Slow down, he's trying to force an overshoot here. And he very nearly did. Back on the power. Man, he must be flying his fucking pants off to keep that in the air. I wasn't missing a wing when I was flying against Torni. I just had a few control issues and some weird drag going on. He's missing bits. Oh, there's another fire. That's 3 fires. Let's see if 4 is the magic number.
Your guns are no match for my mighty bird.
Jesus. It's a fucking 30mm cannon. This is ridiculous. What the fuck is that thing made of, dude? Fucking spaceship. Oh.
It's all those hours in War Thunder, man.
You're missing right hand vertical stab, right hand horizontal stab, left hand wing.
On my screen, he was on fire in 4 different places.
Oh yeah, and that too. He was. I don't know how it was still flying. All right,
Look, I can't dogfight, but give me a shitty plane and I can fly the hell out.
Same, dude. Same. I have a bad habit of flying into the biggest trouble in the area, and it's made me very good at that.
I could have glided it if you weren't all by.
Yeah. I believe you. I really do. Like, that was ridiculous. I don't know how you kept it so stable.
A lot of rudder input.
You only had one rudder.
Yeah, well, I was kicking like a motherfucker.
One is being generous. Is he nose on? Yes, he is.
And on my side, it was actually handling really smooth.
See, the MiG-29 does this thing where it kind of steps like that, where it's hitting a stall, then hitting another stall. That's what happens in the MiG-21 when I'm too heavy on the stick, but the MiG-29 just does it all the time. It's really prone to it. It doesn't like high AOA that much. It'll tolerate it, it just doesn't like it, and it makes sure you know it doesn't like it. I've got no roll authority at all at this speed. I've got to use the rudder.
I'll be right back in like 2 minutes.
Roger.
And regarding what I was saying about things feeling draggy, this aircraft has a thrust-to-weight ratio of more than 1 when it starts getting low on fuel. So does the Tomcat, but look how difficult it is for me to keep up with him. His plane weighs like 2 of me. We're gonna kick it over this way, which may have been a mistake. Oh god, he's gonna get his nose on. That was real close. Real close. Again, I have to root the rudder to get any roll response out of the aircraft at this angle of attack. It just will not roll. Again, will not roll. God almighty. This thing is such a handful. It's easier in the SU-27 because it's fly-by-wire. It has the same kind of handling attributes, although obviously, you know, a much larger, heavier aircraft, but aerodynamically it's very similar. But the MiG-29 has just the worst handling at low speed. You have to be really fucking good to deal with this thing, which I'm not. I would rate this as being harder than the Tomcat to dogfight in, like straight up. You have better visibility, but oh my god, it is so hard to turn. And I've been in burners this whole time, so I'm going to run out of fuel very shortly. Look how easily he just follows me up. There's absolutely nothing I can do to get rid of him. Nothing. And every time I try and maneuver, the aircraft stalls out. He can turn easily inside me. We're going to try and jink. I'm going to cross his nose, and there it goes. Left engine fire. And here's the finisher. I could... not anymore. I was going to say I could glide this thing back to an airbase if I had to, but not there. I just cannot get rid of you. I can't get the nose on you either. This thing is such a pig at low speed.
Yeah. Ready.
Yeah, ready.
Hit and fly.
has lost him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, there we go. We might be in trouble here, though. He was on for lead, but he was off the line. Might get another chance here. Although Torni can sustain a turn very, very well. I don't think the F-15 can keep up. So he's got to really cash his chips here and hope he hits. So he's pulling lead, pulling lead. There's a hit. But the Tomcat's built a strong stuff, so it's going to take a few of those. Couple more hits. Cell's run out of energy.
Oh, what? I did not know that was possible.
Power line.
Out of all the times I've ran through those power lines, that's the first time that's ever happened.
Alright, let's go again.
Try this again. Wow! I did not think he had a good shot there. But apparently he did. Come on, pick him up. Pick him up. Ah, I don't think I'm gonna have flight control. Maybe. Okay, we got it out the spin. The problem is he's gonna just settle in right behind me. There he is. Oh, he's gonna get me here. Maybe not. He's gonna finish me though. I can't really maneuver. I'm fighting the aircraft really hard here. I don't have my rudder trim bound in DCS. Not for the jets, I do it for the warbirds. So it makes it really hard to fight when the aircraft wants to do that.
That's the ground.
I just cannot get rid of you. Eyes on one engine. God, he's hard to kill. Again, like a week ago, he couldn't kill me, and now I can't kill him. Barcelona. 2 UFOs. Imagine having your externals on.
It's default sound, bro.
I love how you put a vertical in just
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, hey, you just like render it out. Just get
Here we go. Like that.
yeah, there's no saving that.
Say one.
Right.
I can't see him at all. There he is. But now I don't have the speed to follow him. This is what keeps happening. I'm not going to follow him up there. There's no point. We're just going to try and jink away from his pass. If I can actually pick him up, that'd be nice. There he is. No. Hydraulic failure. Jesus. I think we might be back to the Mirage.
Alright, ready to...
I just can't do it at the 29. Can't do it at all.
Alright,
Did I go back to spectator? Yeah, I did. Big difference in scores today. Huge difference in scores. It's basically the opposite of what it was the other day. He's fucking unstoppable. so close. So close. I think... Oh, Zell just pulled that out. He almost went into the ground. Here we go. Here we go. Zell scored. Make it a relatively lazy turn compared to the ones I have been pulling. Watch the speed, he's not going to be able to get the shot. Rudder it in. This is where we pull. Okay, he couldn't get the shot, but now I also can't see him, which is not good at all. There he is. Ooh, I think he just made a mistake. He just made a mistake. He done fucked up. I saw that stall, Torni. Come here. Okay, off burner. Tickling the brakes, because he's going to try and get me to build too much speed here. Going to come back on the power a bit too, even though I don't like doing it because of the slow engine response. I have to, because I know what he's going to do down here. He's going to get really slow and he's going to start hauling around in really hard turns. And if I'm going too fast, I'm going to not overshoot him, but like kick out way past his turn. Like I'm doing there. I didn't slow down enough. The other problem is though, once I do slow down, he can hit his sustained turn rate and I'm out of energy. So we're gonna just gently build it back up. Come in. There's the rollout. Because he realized I was pulling lead for a shot and he didn't realize I couldn't pull enough lead to get that shot. So we'll build our speed back up. And start cashing it in. Ooh, tricky, tricky. This is not ideal, but we'll roll with it. Okay, we're out of energy, but so is he. Rubber it in. Rubber it in again. Cut under him. He'll go over the top. That's fine. He's going to start crossing my nose now, which is what I'd like him to do.
skinny there. Surprised he didn't roll out there. He really should have. But I anticipated it and rolled out myself, so I kind of screwed myself out of a chance at a shot there. I've got a warning of some sort, probably fuel. Oh, come on. Please go vertical. Yes, please go vertical. Happy days. Oh no! Come on, come on, come on. Oh, so close. .41 rounds per gun. Gotta start rationing here in a minute. See, I love when he goes vertical like that, because that's when I can actually catch him, but he's straight back into the horizontal now. And I've kind of screwed myself by following him into it. I can't see where he went. Totally lost sight of him, and now I'm fucked. Because I'm very low on fuel, I can't see him. And he's behind me somewhere, most likely. Setting up a macro would be beyond the limits of my technological expertise. Besides, I don't know if there's any point. It's like, this is a really short merge, it's only a 5-mile merge. Usually I have plenty more time to set up the aircraft than that. No idea where the fuck he's gone, and I'm almost out of fuel.
You boys can do another fight. I'll be right back.
Imagine.
No clue where he's gone. He's probably gone up this time instead of down. Bye-bye, engine. I'm totally out of fuel.
And missing a wing.
Yep. Lost you there and couldn't find you again.
Yeah, same. I was
So-
flying around real slow trying.
This might be my last, I think. Let's do 21 versus F5 again.
Alright, hints. I hope you can see me, because I fucking lost.
I just lost you.
Alright, I'm over the red smoke. Angels 10. Plays out.
I see nothing. Big 21 problems. I'm coming directly over the smoke now. 10,000.
I'm getting down on the deck. Easy to spot you if you get low. Flying over treetop level at the smoke.
Oof, fucking hell, that was close. Oh no 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 no! Oh, 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 the clench. That was like 3 separate stalls there. I don't even know how I caused the first one, other than being clumsy. There he is. God, he is so difficult to actually see. Totally lost him again. It's behind me somewhere. Oh shit, there he is. Oh, I turned too early. One of the problems with staying on his tail is I have to lag slightly behind his turns to see where he goes because of the canopy framing. It's really inconvenient, as you might imagine. Come on. Thought I'd lost him under the nose. I thought he was going to roll out there. If he had, I would never have seen him. I can't tell if those are anywhere near him because the traces are fucked up at the moment, which is really infuriating. It's made it really hard to dogfight in this compared to what it used to be. I mean, it was never easy to begin with, now it's even harder. We're going vertical. I'm not playing that game with him.
Problem is now I'm not going to be able to see where he's gone. Oh, there he is. He's followed me up. My game started and I lost him. He's behind me? I can't tell. Shit, yeah, he's behind me, alright. Can't tell where, but he's definitely back there somewhere. Oh, there we go, we got a smoke trail. It's pretty close. Getting very low on fuel again. It's the MiG-21's problem. You need to stay in burner at this kind of altitude. And he can just run me out of fuel by staying behind me like this. Good hit. Tried me with a wing, I think.
I think that'll do me as well, man.
Sweet. Thanks for the fights.
Likewise, always a pleasure.
Alright, nice
Fucking hell,
fight.
he's hard to kill now.
Catch you, see, thanks for the flights, man.
Alrighty guys, I'm gonna see who else is on, send you over their way. Wonder if Pom's back on by now. And I'm gonna get myself something to eat. I'm gonna watch his perspective of that so I can see what he's doing. Yep, Pom is sure on at the moment, so that's where you're all going. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully next time I'll have figured out some way of countering everything he's learnt to do. But I'm not going to cross my fingers. But it's all good. Whether or not I enter the tournament, it now means that he's better prepared, and if one of us wins it, I'll be happy. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Catch you next time.